And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And the Word says, I am the vine and you are the branches. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And yet the Word asked Peter, why do you call me good? Do you see? Even the Word understood. The Word lamented separation from God because of his skin. The Word was all God, yet all man simultaneously. Why don't you try that persona on? Let me know how it works out for you. Let me know how that costume fits you. I'm asking you to imagine what it must be like to leave the arms of Father while being his forever love, while being blameless, while being spotless, and come to you. You ungrateful, spoiled, ignorant child. And the Word says, take my hand. Oh yes, he's called to you more than once by now. And you know it in your heart. You know this to be true. Do not lie to me. I am now beyond that. Because of what he has done to this child. And you have hardened your heart. Your eyes are blinded. You are deafened by the world to the possibility of there being more than what you are currently experiencing. This life. On that day, he will say to you, depart from me. I never knew you. He will not say that to me. He does not dare. For he knows that to speak these words to me would be akin to throwing gasoline on a fire, which already burns brightly for him. And I would, in my wrath, a jilted lover to be quite certain, utter words of blasphemy. I would say to him, liar, liar, I gave you my heart. I trusted you alone. You! I hate you. Brazen of me? Yes, quite. Because he is my daddy. He is my God. He is my one true love. You see, we have a working relationship. He puts into and takes out of my hand as he sees fit. I am his poor servant. I am his dented vessel. Nothing more. 'Tis true, I am dust. And yet, on occasion, he uses me. And guess what? I look around me and I can put my hand on almost anything I desire and take it. I saw a new Corvette the other day and thought, that would be nice to look at. Just look at, mind you. I'll throw it in one of my garages along with the other muscle cars that I don't drive. Haughty? You betcha. In fact, well beyond haughty. Now here's where it's going to get tricky. You might want to sit down because you may start to laugh hysterically at my apparent delusions. I say to you now, I swear to you now, my brother, my sister, all of these things can be taken from me, and it will change nothing of my love for Daddy. Will it hurt during the process? Certainly. You can ask Job about that. What a blessing it would be for me. While I am found wanting, while I am most unworthy, to be afforded an opportunity, however slim it might be, to make good on Job's promise. And I would take the star meant for Job's crown and give it to Daddy. And I would say, look at what you've done. You have taken the worst of man, me, and you put me to the test. And as I was reduced to my last breath, your child, who hates himself to his very core, still says, I love you no matter what. Here's where I get into trouble with Daddy big time. Man, I am towing the line here. Woo! Listen up. His business is his business. And though I have been made acutely aware of this in no uncertain terms by the foot soldier of God, the Holy Ghost, the one whose sword can sever the entire world into two pieces with a single stroke, still, it does little for my emotional obedience. I'm a bad child. I would turn and call to Lucifer, come forth and present your face to me this very moment. The eggs that were upon my master's face, because he loves us so, and it makes him vulnerable, and yet he allowed this slight for our sakes, I now have replaced with a most magnificent star. Behold, see how the master's face shines? Now, these eggs I apply to your face forever and ever.